So the first feedback which I wanted to give it to you is that normally when you go for an interview, it is very much important as a student for you never to tell it hello, how are you? No, you're not never supposed to do that because that kind of formality you have to maintain. So when you're suddenly seeing no, if the interviewer is asking, if I as an interviewer, if I'm asking you, hello, how are you? You can tell that yes, I am great. How about you? Do not just directly tell it hello, how are you? Don't go in that particular pace. Okay, that will show that you're trying to be informal in your interview. So in your interview preparation, it is always important for you to be very much formal. Okay, this is the first important point. Now, second important point which you need to keep in your mind is about speech. Normally, when an interviewer is asking you to give a self introduction, never tell it in the form of a speech. There is a lot of difference between an interview preparation and for an very important aspect for your self introduction. So speech, you can do it directly in the public. That same strategies you won't be applying for your interview. Got it? So when you're telling for your self introduction, it should be very much natural. It should not be like you have been by hearted and coming and you're just vomiting what you've already read. So it should come very much natural. So what you need to do, very simple, in your self introduction, never write paragraphs. Write it in the form of pointers. Just write pointers and speak naturally. For example, if you're talking to me like today, before I take you the session, what I just did is that very simple, I wrote few important pointers, and this important pointers I'm just going to speak. That's it. It's as simple as that. Never go with that kind of formality. So it's very important. First important point, be very much formal. Self introduction should be natural. Whereas normally the students make a mistake of going artificially so that interviewers will feel that, okay, he has already by hearted this and coming. Okay, for that particular kind of interview. So these are the two important points which you need to keep in your mind. Along with it, which is very much important, is that third important point. That's about eye contact was good, but generally, if I just tell smile in an interview, it's fine. Smile in an interview, it's very important. So the more you try to smile in an interview, you will feel that okay, he's trying to be very much connected. So write the third point, smile in an interview. So how will you smile? Very simple. Keep a smiling face near a laptop. I tell this for all my students. Keep a smiling face near a laptop. So each time you're going to see it, then you're going to get a reflection that okay, chalo, this is what I need to do in for my real interview. Got it. So smile for your interview. Now, very important, for example, in your 11th grade, if you have got less marks, or if you're applying for a degree interview, or for example, just imagine you have been completed your graduation and now you're going to basically present yourself for a post-graduation interview or for a job. If they're asking you why in this particular semester you've got less marks, why so and so, tell them, justify the reason. So for example, as I entered into this, as it was an online classes online, I was not able to focus much, but gradually I learned the art of focusing in the online classes. That's the reason in my 12th grade I did very well, exceptionally well. Something you have to just backing up your answers is very much important skill you need to develop. Okay, so this is the fourth important point you just need to keep in the mind. Now, fifth important point is, for example, you as a student, for example, if you're telling that, you're good in technology, if you're telling that you're good in technology, you should be very careful that you should be knowing at least what are the recent development, what is happening. For example, you should know what is blockchain, what is cryptocurrency, what are the recent developments because of cryptocurrency, why cryptocurrency was blocked in India, why the finance ministry opposed it. So you should be very much updated. So be careful with what you tell, especially in terms of your self-introduction. So in your self-introduction, in case you just tell that, okay, sir, I am so and so, I have done this and this, my interest is so and so, then you will get questions from that particular perspective. So be very much caution enough, be very much careful enough what you're going to tell for your interview, because that will literally matter a lot. Okay, so for example, I want you to research. For example, in case you tell that you want to become a part of a cybersecurity, this one, research which are the different kinds of cybersecurity problems which has been facing, hacking, which are the different kinds of problems. Technology, you said, what are the recent kind of technologies that are trying to trending up here and there? Technology regarding social medias, technology regarding government handling. For example, technology challenges which has been faced by the countries. For example, there have been different kind of, for example, through the technology, the different countries are targeting different other countries for breaking up. So you just need to be aware about all the things which is happening. If you're not aware with the current affairs also, for an extent it is fine, but what you tell in your self introduction, that kind of points should be very crisp, very clear, and that you should prove that okay, this candidate has the potency of knowing at least from this particular field. This is very much important. And normally why we ask, why I particular ask, it's like you have to read newspapers, because as an interviewer we will sometimes feel that you're just trying to be within that pond, like a person who's not interested to know anything out of the pond. Pond means what? For example, this is your life, you're being concerned with the things which is just happening around you. If you have that mentality, most of the colleges or the job aspects, we won't be taking you in. Why? Because you'll feel that he's just limiting his knowledge towards what he's doing. But I want you to remember that, make sure that at least the recent news which is happening now, for example, you're from Rajasthan, just imagine. Now, what are the important things which is happening over there? Is it regarding election or presidential election? One particular, this one, how it is happening, what is the recent challenges, if you at least important hot topics you need to know. That's called recent trending topics. I want you to focus, just write it down parallelly. Now, I want you to read a lot. Okay, reading habit should be literally improved for you. So reading habit means you have a knowledge of every creamy layer. Creamy layer means what all is happening to you. That means that, for example, creamy layer means what? It's very simple as this. That means that, you just imagine. Okay, you can hear me, right? Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
you just know the basic of every particular layers. That means that you know what is happening in terms of this, you know what is happening. But reading extensively is very much important. Okay, so when I heard your interview, it is good. You have a reading capability improving a lot. But I just want you to improve thoda or extra, or I want you to improve on it. So every day take Hindu newspaper editorial part, read it. Or for example, listen to the news. Okay, listen to the news. It's important. I'll suggest you one more app. Okay, there's an app called as Blinkist, Blinkist. Blinkist. You get book reviews. You get it's actually a subscription. Okay, you have to pay a subscription. It's a good one. It's not like they have given me a recommendation or something. I'm just telling you, run. This is how I do every morning. So every morning I play a book. That means that so and so book will come. It could be about technology or it could be about content creation. I just hear the book. 15 minutes, the complete book, what all is there, I try to understand it. So similar way, if you are so much keen in terms of technology, you're so much keen regarding one particular field, I suggest you one important thing. Please, please, please to make sure that you try to do in a very simplified manner. What you're going to do, you're going to put that book review, you're going to hear that clip again and again, you're going to listen the clip over and over, or any particular book. There are so much books in that Blinkist. You can even refer that. Because normally when I go for speech, I refer it. Similar way, if you are so much interested, or there are many free software in YouTube also. Books, but for example, of what do you call audiobooks, audiobook of so and so,
Mm.
audiobook of so, listen it could be about blockchain technology hijacking, so your knowledge will be increasing here and there. Now, along with it, what I want to tell is that, you have to improve on your clarity. So for your clarity, what you need to do, prepare your interview by looking in terms of the mirror. Okay, look into the mirror and keep on practicing. Okay, only by looking into the mirror, your confidence, your clarity level, your way of presenting will be improved a lot. So I want to look into the mirror and keep on practicing. Okay, now apart from this, do not use in your interview called as the word called as yeah, 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 yeah. No, yeah, it is an informal word. So if you're talking to a friend, if you're talking to me, it's fine. But if you're talking to a corporate professional, you're talking to a faculty member, something like that, you're never supposed to use the word called as yeah. Write it down, write it down. You're just writing it down, done. All these points. Do not use the word called as yeah. Yeah, because I have seen, okay, one of the panel interview, a student, okay, use the word called as yeah. Suddenly interviewer got really angry. He's like, I'm a friend of what to use the word called as yeah. Okay, keep this in your mind. And for example, in your interview, if you do not know what exactly you need to speak, for example, I'll just give you an instance. Okay, for example, if you want time to think, and that time you can say, sir, can you just give me 10 seconds to think on this particular topic? So can you please give it to me? Be polite over it. Ask the interviewers what you want to speak. Okay, be very much polite. That is very much important. Now, along with this, what I want to tell is that, for example, if you're not able to think of any particular answer, so what you need to do, very simple, you just need to do, it's like, sir, I'm not able to recollect this answer for the time being, can you please ask me another question? Or you can tell that, sorry sir, I'm not aware about it, but I will surely read upon it. Sorry sir, I'm not aware about it. Sorry sir, I am not aware about it, but I'll surely read upon it. Okay, you can surely pose this kind of, what do we call, reply to the interviewer, so that he'll feel that, okay, fine, he will take up an initiative of reading it later. That will show a positive mindset about you. Okay, this is the next important thing. Now, as setting, like normally when you prepare for your micro presentation, that is called for your MP micro presentation,
Mm.
it is very, very, very important. For your micro presentation, no one give a speech. Be natural with it. You can tell that, so the topic which has been given by you is about metaverse. So metaverse is so and so, and I feel that it has to be done so and so manner. These are the problems faced by the metaverse. So you're telling its positives, you're telling its negatives, you're telling your solutions on how you can basically tell that metaverse can be structurally improved a lot. Then after that, you're telling a proper conclusion. Conclusion means, for example, you're concluding it by telling that this is so and so, this is how you didn't conclude in your micro presentation. Micro presentation means they just give you a random, they give you any topic. Today I gave you the topic based on your comfortability, right? But I want you to make sure that, please end the topic. So by this, I could like to conclude that metaverse is so and so, and it can create so and so problems. But however, we can take this in a positive manner. So conclude in a micro presentation. That you didn't do. You have to improve. Okay. Now, apart from it, what I want to tell is that, see, minister's name, very important. Minister's name, at least which state are you from, ministers, or you're from so and so place, learn about it little. That's very much important. Now, for example, this tip which I'm going to tell now, please to learn about 11th and 12th. Okay, 11th and 12th. For example, if you're applying for your UG course, I want you to prepare very well for your 11th and 12th. What all you're prepared for your 11th and 12th, that needs to be very sharp. Got it? So in case if 11th and 12th you're preparing very well, then nothing you need to worry on. Okay, so 11th and 12th, I want you to brush up properly, regardless of, for example, if you're applying for UG. For example, tomorrow, just imagine you're applying for a PG course. PG means post-graduation. That means UG subject. Undergraduate course, you should be very well prepared with. But if you're applying for a PG, UG should be strong. But if you're applying for a UG, undergraduate course, degree first year, then 11th and 12th basics is very strong. For example, if you're learning about commerce, Karnataka government has released a question bank. Okay, a question bank. I hope you already know about it, right? That question bank, this
Yes,
one.
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Learn about the question bank properly. At least the 1 markers and 2 markers of your business studies, issued by your own college or by the government textbook. Learn 1 markers, 2 markers properly. It will literally help you a lot. Trust me, it will literally help you a lot. Now, this is the major thing which you need to focus over there. But and normally for your interview, do not keep your hands always in your face like this. Suddenly when you're thinking, you're just keeping hand like this. You're just thinking like this. No, do not keep your hands in an interview. Normally keep your hand down, or you can sit in this particular post. You can keep your hand below this one. And normally when you present in that level, as an interviewers, we will feel that, okay, he's very much confident and he has very much clarity. So these are the normally, I think I've given you more than 20 plus points which you need to keep in your mind while
Yes.
preparing for the interview. But just give me a second, hold on.